Slowly inhale through mouth, exhale through mouth. Moving through those shoulders as much as we can. And we're going to change direction opposite way. Three, two, one. Okay, we'll drop the head. Big circle. When you get to the front, change direction, bring it back. All around and back. I'm just going to move through the joints first. Three, two, and one. Next one, hands on the hips, feet shoulder apart, nice little circles. Again, when we get to front, change direction, bring it back. Move through those hips. Big circles each way, keeping it moving. Three, two, and one. Okay, feet together, bend the knees slightly, hands above the knees, and again, we're keeping our back straight here and just circling. Three, two, one. And then last one here, we're out onto the toe. We're going to circle those ankles. Nice big circle each direction. One more each way. And then we're going to swap to the other side. And we're going to do one more in each direction. Okay, guys. So we're going to come down to the mat. Okay. So what we want everyone to do, I want everyone to lie flat on your mat. First thing I want you to do is you're going to imagine you're trying to put on a pair of skinny jeans. I know this is going to be very difficult to remember because it's been a long time, I think, for me anyway. So what we're going to do is you're sucking in. So imagine you're sucking in and you're pulling up those jeans or a tight pair of trousers. Maybe it's just after Christmas and we're a little bit full. So pull in. So pull that belly button in as much as you can. Tense those abs. Okay. We're going to still breathe. So while doing this, you have to be able to still breathe, which is fun. And then from there, okay, I want you to squeeze your bum. So literally squeeze your glutes and release. Squeeze your glutes and release. While keeping your belly button sucked in. So we're keeping our core engaged. I'm going to squeeze and release. So doing focus today. First thing we want to do is get them working before we move into other exercises. So really visualize squeeze and back down. Squeeze and down. So our glutes are the biggest muscle in our body. It's a very strong muscle, but it tends to go to sleep, especially with the amount of sitting we do. So we're going to try and wake it up and activate it today. And I'm going to start with this. So we're actually thinking about squeezing and go. We're going to move single side now and swap to the other one. So go left, right, left, right. Really think about that. Can you squeeze it? Can you engage it? Now glute dance. There's the lads do that with their pecs to make them dance. Well, we're doing that with our bum now. Again, keep breathing, keep that core engaged. 4, 3, 2, and 1. And we're going to squeeze both in a hold now. So holding that nice and tight. Really squeeze. Feel that muscle engage. We don't want to let any other part of our body take over. We are just squeezing those glutes. Four, 3, 2, 1, and let go. Okay, we're going to come onto our side. So supporting your head with your lower hand, we want you to bend your knees. Feet or ankles are stacked on top of each other, and you're going to lift up as high as you can and lower. So exhale, lift up. Inhale, lower. Again, keep that core. Still like pulling in, keep those jeans on. Exhale up. Inhale down. The reason we want to keep our core tight during this is because we don't want any other muscle taking over. So if you keep that held in, you're going to focus on those glutes more. It'll probably hurt quicker. Feel like I'm feeling mine quicker today already. Four, 3, 2, and 1. And we'll lower down. We're going to hop over onto the opposite side. Again, keep them stacked. Relax on the bottom, or relax on your bottom arm. Pull that core in. Exhale up. Inhale down. So we're getting up as high as we can. We're keeping that core tight. We're not rotating back. If you rotate back, you're actually going to stop engaging the muscle. You can flat here, just up as high as you can. Slowly lower. You might find one side is tougher than the other. That's completely normal. Three, 2, and last one up and down. Okay, we're going onto our back here. Again, we want our feet planted, so we want their hip distance apart. Nice bend in the knees, so we're kind of close to our bum. We're pulling in that core, so really make sure we are engaging. Pull that belly button in, and then we're going to squeeze our glutes and push up into a glute bridge, and slowly come down. So think of this, we're going to tilt our hips, tilt them back is flat, slowly peel each vertebrae up, engaging the glutes, drive ourselves up here, and lower. So you should be feeling them as we come up. If you're not feeling them, pause, squeeze them, and then lift. It's very easy to lift up with your hips here. Keep those feet planted in the mat. Grip that mat with your toes. Slowly lower. All the way back up. And slowly back down. Up again. And slowly back down. On our next one, we're going to up, and hold. So hold it there, squeeze. Again, we're squeezing those glutes, keeping that belly button pulled in. And we're still trying to keep in our jeans. Hopefully, by now, because we've been really working on engaging them, you're really feeling them now. Because I can feel mine burning a little bit. That's okay. It means they're working. Now 4, 3, 2, 1. I'm going to slowly lower. Last one for now before we give them a break. We're going to bring our feet together. So like a little frog crunches. Our feet will be out. Our knees will be out. And you're actually going to squeeze and pump up and down. So push up. So again, it's another bridge, except we're changing the angle of our glutes. Squeeze and up. Doing a bit of tour, trying to get all the glutes. It's 3 muscles in your glutes. Your glute max, which is the big one that we can all see. Your medium. And your minimum. And the minimum and medium do a bit more of the rotational work in your hip. So changing the angle helps get these guys engaged a bit more. Your glute max extends the hip. So when your bum comes back, when your leg goes backwards, that's your glute max at work. Exhale up, inhale down. Keep that core nice and tight. We are using the glutes. We don't want any other muscles getting involved. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly lower. Okay, watch out those legs. We're going to give them a little bit of a break. From there, what we want to do is I'm going to sit up just to show you, so you guys can stay live. We are going to bring our elbows to our sides, and we're going to let them fall out as far as we can, keeping our shoulders into the mat. So we want a 90-degree angle. See the way I was like that slightly? We want a 90-degree angle. We don't want our arms up here. 90-degree angle, fall out to the side, come back in. We're going to keep our shoulders back and down. And again, keep that core really tight. Down. Okay? You may not reach it. Do not worry if you don't. Very good exercise for the rotator cuff. So let fall as far as it can. And up. Again, we're keeping our shoulders back and down. We don't want to pop up so we can go down full way. And we don't want to be up higher so we can go the full way. We want that 90-degree angle down and up. You can see me, mine aren't actually touching the ground at the moment. That's all right. And we don't want to force it either. Let it hang, let it stay there for a minute, couple of seconds, come back up, couple of seconds down, come back up. Three, two, and one. Again, I'm going to sit up here just to show you. We are now bringing our elbows to shoulder height. We're going to come back and come forward as much as you can. Again, you want to keep those shoulders back and down, so you're not popping your shoulder up to get further. You should be keeping them back and down, so our shoulders are tucked back into our back pockets, keeping our core tight, and we're just going as far as we can. I find with this, I can go fully back, I can't go fully forward, especially on my right. So back, no bother. Fully and forward is not good, but that's okay. We go to the point we find tension, hold it there for a few seconds, and come back. Keep those shoulders back and down and that core tight. We want the movement just through the muscle. We don't want to pop our shoulder out and compensate. That's what can happen. If you pop your shoulders up, suddenly you'll go further. You keep that back and down, it'll go as far as it can. Breathing the whole time as well. Again, we want a 90-degree angle at the elbow. We don't want kicking out, coming in. A nice half circle back and forward as much as you can. As you can see with me, when I come back perfect, as I come forward, I barely get much movement. Something I'm working on. Three, two, and one last one. Okay, we're going to sit up. What I'm going to get you to do is you're going to bend your arm and you're going to put it behind your back like that. Okay, you're going to sit up tall. And what you're going to do then is just push your elbow away from your body as much as is comfortable. Once you feel that initial stretch, you're just going to keep it there. So your elbow is coming backwards. If you're there and you can't push into it, do not worry. Just hold it in the position as comfortable. So you might find a little bit of a stretch. You're going to find it here and maybe into the arm a bit. We're just pushing back as much as you can. We're going to hold it there. We're keeping up tall and our shoulders are back and down. And again, we're going to pull in that core. As you breathe, see if you can move it slightly further away. Again, if you can't, don't worry. don't want this to hurt. If you hurt, you've gone too far. If you feel a stretch, that's okay. It's different. Three, two, one, let it go. Give it a little shake. And we're going to bring the other one back. So other one comes back, behind. So our arm is tucked behind, and then you're going to push back as far as you can. Again, with this, you might find one side is easier than the other. Incidentally, this is a lot more comfortable than my right side. Again, just push it as far as it's comfortable. Bringing that elbow back. 3, 2, 1, let it go. Shake it out. Shake the other side out. We are going to extend the legs out in front of us. Okay, we're going to take a big inhale. We're going to sit up tall, shoulders are back and down, pull that core in, and then exhale. We're going to fall forward over our legs. Hands are going to be either side of the legs. We're actually aiming on trying to elongate the spine, the upper back. You will get a stretch in the hamstrings, but what we want to do here is focus on just dropping our head as opposed to pulling our hands further. So we want our elbows to the mat. Imagine those vertebrae straightening or separating all the way down between your shoulder blades. You might find this up into your neck a little bit. That's all right. That's normal. Again, we just want to fall. Get your head heavy. Let gravity bring you down. If you get to a point where you can't go further, just stay there. You're just getting very heavy, letting yourself fall. Let your head go heavy. Don't be holding tension through the head to hold yourself up. You can't go any further than your knees, so don't worry about just letting go. I'm going to take a big inhale and exhale, come all the way up, back up, sitting up tall. We're going to take our right leg here. You're going to bring it up to the inside of your left thigh. Then you're going to step the foot over. And I'm going to give you two options here. So, slightly less strenuous option. You're going to hug your knee and twist. If you want to make it a little bit more of a challenge, a bit more of a twist, hook your elbow outside that knee, put your hand back, and we're going to twist around looking over the opposite shoulder. Again, whichever is comfortable for you, you go for it. Keep that core nice and tight and let that spine rotate. As you exhale, see if you can walk the fingers a little bit further. Again, if you can't, just stay where you are. Nothing wrong with that. Three, two, one. Exhale, come back around. We're going to swap to the opposite side. So again, we bring that left leg up, step it across. You can just hook, or if you want to make it a little bit more of a challenge, hook that elbow, arm comes back as well. We're going to inhale and exhale, twist to the opposite side. Again, with this, if you can walk your hands a little bit further, do. If you can't, don't worry. Three, two, one, let it go, come back around. We're going to come over into our tabletop position or box position. So we want to make sure our hips are above our knees and our wrists are below our shoulders. We're going to sit in this position and we're going to roll our shoulders back and roll them forward. As much movement as we can through these. Big circles here. Four, three, two, one. We're going to bring these together. Okay, I'm going to sit back onto them. And I'm going to give you a few options here. So what we want to do is try and kind of walk back just a little bit more. You can use your hands behind. We're going to stretch out our quads. So when you lean back, just go as far as comfortable. If you can come the whole, like come down onto your forearms. Or if you really can, you can get the whole way down. But again, walk to whatever is comfortable for you. This is very strong stretch through your hip flexors, through your quads, through your feet outside your bum as well. So just sit to where it's comfortable for you. You could be up on your forearms, you could be higher on the palms of the hands, but just whatever is comfortable for you, we're going to hold that there. And again, just keep breathing. Really good one for opening up those hips. Deep breaths here as well. 4, 3, 2, 1. So here's the fun part of getting out of it. Okay. If you can sit up straight up, do. If not, you can just pick yourself out of it. Come sit up. Whatever way is most comfortable, and we're going to come back into that box or tabletop position. So from there, we're going to go into our pigeon stretch. These how our glutes did so much work earlier. We're going to give them a really nice stretch. So what you're going to do is you're going to walk one knee forward, turn your ankle as much as you can to the opposite side. So if it's here, that's fine. If it's here, great. If you can bring a little bit further, great as well. But that's completely up to yourself, which level you do. And then we're going to slide the back leg back. Try not to kick the cage here. And just sit into it. So we're going to start up on the palms of the hands. Keep your back nice and straight. You might find it's quite deep stretch already because we did do a lot of work on starting off. Then if you can bring it down to the forearms. Again, it's completely up to you. If you're not comfortable doing it, stay up on the palms of the hands. And then last one, if you feel you have the space, walk your hands out and bring your forehead to the mat. Any of these options, whichever is most comfortable for you, do. Three, 2, 1. And come up onto the forearms, not arms. Then up onto the palms of the hands. You tuck the back toe and lift that leg out. Come back to your tabletop position. We're now going to swap onto the opposite side. I'll just move myself a little bit forward, too close to the cage there. And we're going to bring the next, the other knee up. Again, twist as much as you can. You might find one side has more twist than the other. That's okay too. And slide that back leg back. We're starting on the palms of the hands again. Start here first. Get your body used to the stretch, and then we can move into the deeper versions. So, if you feel comfortable, you can come down onto the forearms. And then you can also walk out and drop your forehead to the mat if you feel comfortable to do so. Feel that nice down the glute, down the side of the leg. Keep breathing. Okay, we're going to bring it back to our forearms. Back up onto the palms of the hands. Tuck that back up and bring yourself back into that tabletop position. So, we're going to come up onto the knees. We're going to bring one leg forward and one leg back. Preferably when you started your pigeonhole. It's going to go, it's going to be your back leg. We're going to squeeze that glute and forward into that stretch. We're going to move forward into it. Push that knee over the toe, stand back off it. Hands on the hips, want to keep our upper body up tall. Open up the front of that hip again by squeezing that glute. You have no problem activating it now. Just moving where is comfortable for you. We want a nice stretch, but again, we don't want to overdo it. We don't want to hurt ourselves. 3, 2, one last one. And we're going to bring it back and swap it over to the opposite side. Again, start by squeezing that glute first, and then forward, and come back. Keeping that upper body tall, squeeze, and back up. And open up the front of that hip. Last few seconds. Three, 2. Now one more. Squeezing all the way out. And back up. Okay, we're going to stand up. Interlock fingers behind the back. Push our shoulder blades together and lift up as high as we can. Opening up that chest. Again, every time we exhale, you can lift a little bit higher. If you're at a point where you can't lift anymore, don't worry, just stay there, hold it. Okay, let it go. Bring it out. Interlock fingers, push them apart. Push our shoulder blades as far apart as possible. And push them really wide. From there, let's lift right up overhead. Push towards the ceiling. We're going to lean out to one side. Back to center. Lean out to the opposite side. And back to center. Let it go. And you're done, guys. Well done.